Welcome to another episode of Behind This History. Today we will talk about Princess Diana.
Do you think Mrs. Parker Bowles was a factor in the breakdown of your marriage?
Well, there were three of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.
Princess Diana of the Wales was world-renowned activist and human quality, and philanthropic and fancy woman, who through her action and personality established her legacy for the following decades of the most loved woman in the world. And today we will talk about her history.
On July 1st, 1961, near Sandringham, England, a baby was born. Her name was Diane Frances Spencer, a child of golden eyes and stringing future. His future would be promised, but at the same time, unfortunate her parents were Edward John Spencer after becomes and Frances Burke Rush after becomes. However, these married and when Diana was a child.
Diana had two older sisters, Lady Jane Fellowes and Lady Sarah McCuckle, and a younger brother, Charles Spencer, Nida Count Spencer. Her elementary school was at home, and then she was enrolled in several society schools, such as Riddleworth and West Heath. In 1976, she became Lady Diana Spencer, since her father inherited his title of Earl Spencer.
Diana was educated at home under her governess supervision, Rachel Robertman, and she started her formal education at Sheffield Private School, and in Gayton, Norfolk moved to Riddlesworth. Therefore, when she was 9 years old, she joined with me and Sarah in West Heath, and when I 16 years old.
It's been a very intense 4 days. I have seen a great deal. I've seen the people affected by landmines. I've seen the landmines themselves. Angola is an example of what the Red Cross can achieve around the world, given the sort of cooperation that we have seen that exists between the Red Cross and the NGOs and the Angolan authorities.
Her outstanding community spirit was recognized with a West and Hell Howard, and she left when she was 16 years old.
After attending to Alpine Midi-Make Instituto School on the floor in the S Square around women, as we like. During this treatment and living after on the war 1978, Diana come to back on the London, where she shared on the Morris apartment with two our school friends. In London, she took on the advanced cooking course. Books she read cooking for her roommates. She accepted to bake cooks. She were a dancing instructor for dancing out in the sky. Accident made for a slow job for 3 months. Then she found on the job in assisting for scholar daycare. She makes some cleaning job of her assistant Sarah and son for her friends. She had 14 folks. She spent some time working as babysitter for Robertson family and American family. Worked like in the London and the Sun worker and teacher assisting at the Young England School Slaker in Pimlico. And June 1979, Armand bought his house in Colin Course in the Hearts Court and gave for her 18th birthday. She lived for dreaming until February 3, 25, 1981.
Diana had a very promising future. She met Prince Charles. Eventually, they got married.
If there's any possibility.
I'm not going to say anything, afraid.
Right, but Prince Charles did give us a hint himself. He said we wouldn't have to wait too long. He said we wouldn't have to wait too long.
My sister started dating Prince Charles of Wales, the older son of Queen Isabel II from United Kingdom, and her husband Prince Philip, Edinburgh Dutch. Therefore, United Kingdom her who was 13 years older than in 1977. They met when Diana was a child and, according to some British reports, used to play with Charles' younger brothers, Prince Andrew and Prince Edward, while her family rented Park House, property of Isabel II.
I don't know what you thought of me.
Pretty amazing.
In 1981, she became a public figure once she announced her commitment after a short relationship with Prince Charles, Queen Isabel's second older son. Their wedding took place in June 17, 1981 in St. Paul Cathedral in London and was seen by 1,750 million people around the world. Thanks to media from this marriage, these Prince Harry and William from Wales were born, who were the third and fourth in the throne succession. At that time, as Princess of Wales, she developed her royal skill and represented the Queen on her trips to foreign lands. She was awarded by her humanity labor and for support the anti-personal mines international ban campaign.
This couple lived in the Kensington Palace in the Heights Opera House, near Tilbury. In November 5, 1981, Diana's pregnancy was announced. In June 21, 1982, Diana gave birth her first child, Prince William. Her second child, Prince Harry, was born September 15, 1984. She said that Princess Charles and her developed a closer relationship during his pregnancy.
Prince William have a favourite toy?
Jamie, he loves his koala bear he's got. But he hasn't got anything particular. He just likes something with a bit of noise. You've got a plastic whale that throws things out the top, little balls.
She gave them a wonderful education and humanity values, and with them she did some uncommon things for monarchy. She focused in giving them a childhood as normal kids, leaving the status apart. She used to take them to fast food restaurant, fairs or hospital, sheltering house, making sure her children will be aware of people with no resource.
Very much so.
Do you think Mrs. Parker Bowles was a factor in the breakdown of your marriage?
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.
5 years later, after some incompatibility and the age difference of 12 years were noticeable and harmful, Charles restored his relationship with his girlfriend, Camilla Parker Bowles.
Trained in August 1906, Great Britain First Minister. John Majors was the person in charge. Already spoke about its worship declaration is royal family to the Commons chambers. Queen Isabel II was one of the people of the support they divorced, and where Diana Cake declared Princess was. She accepted the Timmy's Annie right to the Rick Spring on throne, and the relationships Diana left outside obligations and started following her own interests. Also, she becomes in a very iconic fashion and uses celebrity status to contribute to the support and several benefit organizations in the children, homeless people, high patients and the support social project that raise awareness about the bank and the personal ministry.
Diana was recognized for leading benefits organization and NGO with working with homeless people, teenagers, drug addicts, and elderly people. From 1989, she was president of the Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital. She was employer of the Natural History Museum and was president of the Royal Music Academy. From 1984 to 1996, she was president of Barnardo's, an NGO founded by Thomas Barnardo in 1886 to take care of vulnerable children and teenagers. In 1988, she became the employer of the Great Britain Red Cross and supported her organization in other countries, such as Australia and Canada. She made some long visits each week to the Royal Brompton Hospital, where she worked to support dying or very ill patients. In 1987, Diana was awarded with Honorary Freedom in London, the highest honor the City of London can provide someone. She visited a children's hospital which she had supported before when she provided medical equipment in Moscow. She received the Lorna International Award, which is given to the patron and the most distinguished people in arts, medicine, and sport.
Princess Diana started her work with HIV/AIDS patients in 1980s. She never refused to have physical contact with these AIDS patients and was the first royal figure in doing it. In 1987, she took an AIDS patient hand in one of the first efforts in removing the stigma on his affection. Diana stated, HIV/AIDS don't not make meeting people dangerous. You can listen to them, shake your hands, and give them a hug. God knows they need it. Also, you can share mud with them workplaces, playing areas, and toys. Unfortunately, the Queen did not support this kind of charity job, suggesting her to be involved in something more pleasant. In 1989, she opened Landmark AIDS Center of the South of London. And in October 1999, Diana opened Grandma's House, a house for young AIDS patients in Washington, D.C. Also, she was patron of National AIDS Trust. In November 1989, Diana visited a leprosy hospital in Indonesia. After her visit, she became a patron of Leprosy Mission, an organization focused in improving medication, treatment, and other items. She continued being a patron of this organization and visited several of their hospitals around the world, especially in India, Nepal, Zimbabwe, and Nigeria. Until her death in 1997, these islands, when many people believe they could be infected by physical contact.
The world is too little aware of the waste of life, limb, and land which anti-personal landmines are causing amongst some of the poorest people on earth.
We have reports from Paris that Diana, Princess of Wales, has been killed in a car accident and that her partner, Dodi Fayed, has also been killed. They were apparently
Diana,
being
Princess
pursued
of
by
Wales, has
paparazzi
been
on
seriously
two
injured
motorcycles.
in a car accident in
To the very
Paris.
latest
His
monitoring
companion, the encouraged
News out of Paris on the condition of Princess Diana is not good. She is now officially reported as dead.
A French minister is being quoted this by the Reuters news agency now, that Diana, Princess of Wales.
Diana, Princess of Wales, killed in a car accident in Paris.
Princess Diana, a worldwide, now international woman for all her beneficial actions. On August 21st, 1997, the world received very sad news. Diana died in a traffic accident on Pont de Almenton, at north of Seine River in Paris, while her driver was driving away from paparazzi. Her parents, Dodi Al-Fayed, and her driver, Henry Paul II. He was his security manager from Ritz Hotel in Paris. Her bodyguard, Trevor Rest Jones, survived to the accident. Her funeral was broadcast in TV on September 12. It was seen by a British audience of 22 million people on of the highest in UK. Many other millions of people watching the event around the world. The unexpected and sudden death of such a public figure who was extremely popular provoked that many important figures around the world gathered and gave tribute to her. Many tributes were made. People gave flowers, candles, cards, and support messages outside Kensington Palace. During many months, her coffin was covered by the royal flag and was transported to London from Paris by Princess Charles and Diane's sister on September 1st, 1997. Her coffin was taken to private morgue and the Tent Palace on the Royal Chapel, St. James Palace of Residence of Prince of Wales, where 4 books were enabled for visitors to pray. There is condolence. The coffin always remained close-sized. Princess Diana, relative, was died away.
Despite the years, Princess Diana remains as one of the most popular members in the royal family throughout history, influencing in the younger royalty generation. Her children follow her path.
Princess Diana was enlightening for her compassion style, charisma, and high-profile charity work. A mother dedicated to her children, loving and extraordinary woman.
Thanks everyone! for staying with us. See you till another episode of Behind the History.